Hey everybody, welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I'm Rockin Robbie Billups, and it's time for the weekly pop culture wrap-up. That's right, everybody. Thanks for checking out the video. I am Rockin Robbie Billups. This is the weekly pop culture wrap-up. It's the show where I go over the week's pop culture news, mostly comic books and movies. Let's get right into it. Marvel Unlimited Infinity Comics. So this is a new initiative from Marvel into the digital comic book world yet again. There's going to be a series of books that are going to be exclusive to the Marvel Unlimited app, and it's spearheaded by some really big announcements, including X-Men Unlimited. This is by Jonathan Hickman and Declan Shalvey, although it is going to have a rotating cast of characters and a rotating cast of creators as well, so this is just kind of like maybe the last hurrah along with Inferno for Hickman for now. Who knows? We shall see. Big fan of Declan's artwork, so I'm really excited to check this one out. It's already available right now, at least the first chapter, and it's like Wolverine versus AIM or something like that. Giant Size Little Marvels by Scotty Young and Dax Gadine. This one bringing back the Scotty Young kidified versions of the Marvel characters. We've seen them in miniseries and one-shots here and there, and of course on comic book covers, so that's a neat little cutesy fun book. Speaking of cutesy fun, we also have It's Jeff, focusing on Jeff the Land Shark. This one's going to be written by Kelly Thompson, of course, with artwork by Gary Hiru. I am a Jeff the Land Shark fan, so I'm excited for that. And then Amazing Fantasy. This is a prequel to the miniseries that's going on right now in print, and this is by Kari Andrews, and it is focusing in on the character of Wolverine. There's some other books too, Shang-Chi, Black Widow. There's more to come. The thing about this that bothers me, and this is kind of more of a response, it seems, to DC's deal with Webtoons, but obviously these series have been in the works, but they're trying to promote their digital line. They're trying to kind of corner or get into a niche in that market. And this is an interesting and decent enough way to kind of do it. The format's going to be kind of like Webtoons or the guided view on Comixology, where it's a panel at a time, so you just swipe right through. It's kind of made perfectly for the tablets of Marvel, and of course phones. I almost said telephones there. Can you believe that? What does disappoint me is that there are no plans to do any of this material in print, and that kind of bums me out. In December from Marvel, we have King Conan. This has been long in the works and long promised, ever since the end of Jason Aaron's 12-issue initial run on Conan the Barbarian, when Marvel got that title back. So this is by Jason Aaron with Mahmoud Asrar on the book. It's going to be a 5-6 issue miniseries. I think it's 5, maybe 6, but focusing on Conan as a king. So there you go. We have Superman in a Black Label book announced by Mark Waid, Brian Hitch, and Kevin Nolan. Now this was announced on Twitter by Brian Hitch, so we don't have any like official solicits or descriptions, or we don't know anything about it aside from the fact that Brian Hitch said he was doing a Prestige Plus DC Black Label book with Mark Waid and Kevin Nolan doing the inking. That's super exciting. I like Mark Waid. I think he has the potential to do a really solid run on Superman. Obviously, they're leaving that up to Philip Kennedy Johnson and Tom Taylor right now, but it's going to be cool to see him along with Hitch and inked by Nolan doing a Superman book, Black Label, meaning they can do kind of whatever they want. Flood is a new book from Donny Cates and his wife Megan Hutchison Cates. This is going to be a Substack exclusive at first, but it will be in print at Image Comics later on. This is going to be telling the story of humanity who, because of crazy things that have happened in the world, have had to flee into the ocean. So now they are trying to survive in the ocean and build like civilization there, but there, of course, are a lot of Lovecraftian, dark, macabre type horrors under the ocean that they will have to deal with. That's a very freaking exciting hook right there, so I'm definitely wanting to check that one out. And Mike Mignola is going to be doing an illustrated Pinocchio book. Wow, man, and looking at the one image that I've been able to find of Mignola doing Pinocchio, like, this is going to be creepy and kind of cool. I've never read the original Pinocchio book. All I know is the Disney stuff. And Mike Mignola, along with colorist Dave Stewart, are attempting to try to show that there is another more dark and creepy and sinister side to the story. So that's pretty exciting. Speaking of exciting, Matrix Resurrections, the trailer dropped this week. If you know this channel, if you know me, you know I am a huge fan of all things Matrix. I love the Matrix comics. I love all 3 of the Matrix movies. I love the Animatrix. I live and breathe. I love it. I love it so much. This trailer got me so freaking hooked. As of right now, I've probably seen it like 23 times. This trailer blew me away. I'm digging into what's going on. Yahya Abdul-Mateen playing like a different version of Morpheus. What's going on with Trinity and Neo? What are the age like? Where are we at? Neil Patrick Harris. Look at everybody wearing blue. Look at everybody wearing red. I've really thought too long into this, but don't worry. On Rockin Robbie Live on Sunday night, we're going to be talking a lot about it. I'm going to tell you this. I am beyond excited for this movie. Like, beyond excited. Star Trek has released its trailer for Picard Season 2. Star Trek Day was this week, and celebrating 50-something years, so 55, I think, actually. So that's pretty cool. So we got a bunch of trailers. Picard Season 2 trailer. I was really pumped when we saw the first little tease, because we knew that Q was coming back, and that was really exciting. And I do like Picard Season 1 for the most part. I think it got a little shaky, some of its decision-making at the end of the series. But I was really excited for this, especially with Q coming back. Now we know that it's a time travel story where Q has changed the past, and now, like, Picard is the head of this, like, this terrible, like, totalitarian Starfleet or something like that, and so they have to go back into the past, into the 21st century to kind of fix it. We'll see. We'll see. Star Trek Prodigy, saw that trailer. This is a kid's show, okay? It's on Paramount Plus, just like all these shows are. And it's produced by Nickelodeon, so it's a kid's show, okay? First of all, the animation looks cool. It looks kiddie. It looks fantastic. Like, the backgrounds and everything looks really cool. Story doesn't really seem to do anything for me. It's about this ragtag group of young aliens who somehow get a ship, and Janeway's there. The ship kind of looks like Voyager, and then Janeway's there, but I don't know if it's just like a hologram or if it's actually, I have no idea. I'm probably not going to check it out because it's not really made for me, but it's cool, especially if you got kids and you want to, like, introduce them to the world of Star Trek. If you're a big fan, you know, that could be really cool. And then they didn't release a trailer, but they had a little tease for Star Trek Strange New Worlds. And that's the show that's going to pick up from Discovery, where Pike is still captain. It's like the pre-Kirk stuff. And it's an interesting route to take. What's the dude? Anson Mounts or something like that's playing Pike. Now, I never saw them come into Discovery because I've never seen Beyond Discovery Season 1. So maybe I should catch up and check that out. I've heard good things. But seeing just the little cast and reveal, it was the cast reveal, who's playing who in this. And it's all based on that original, like, pilot that they had. So that you got a different first officer, you got a different doctor, and things like that. I'm really excited. Out of all the Star Trek shows outside of Picard, this is the one that I'm probably the most excited for. I think it's pretty cool. I watched the new trailer for The Many Saints of Newark. It was all right. Actually, I liked the last trailer better. It leaned more into the idea of The Sopranos with the music and things like that. I didn't like the music choice here, so it kind of pulled me out of the trailer. I'm excited to check it out. It comes out October 1st, HBO Max. It's a prequel to The Sopranos. I was a huge Sopranos fan. It's been years, decades even, since I've revisited The Sopranos, so maybe that's in order too. And David and Georgia Tennant have signed up to do a Jekyll and Hyde series or interpretation over at Peacock. Man, David Tennant and his wife Georgia Tennant, who is also an accomplished actor in her own right, working together on a Jekyll and Hyde project. I'm cool enough with that. And then Halloween Kills announced that there will be debuting in theaters on October 15th, like we knew, but also streaming on Peacock that same day. So it's going same day digital release as well as theatrical. And that's what we got for you here this week at PCP. What's coming up, though? We got Dylan's Horror Show tonight. Horror Fest is rolling on through. Last night we talked about Fright Night. Tonight on Dylan's Horror Show, we're talking about Fright Night Part 2. And we're talking about the original ones from the 80s. Really fun stuff. Check out the original Fright Night review if you missed it, and check out Dylan's Horror Show tonight. Sunday night, Rockin Robbie Live, 7 p.m. Central Time. Going to have a lot of fun on that show. Monday, I'm going to be joining Nick Barucci over at the EXP. We're going to be selling comics, I think. So that's going to be really fun, hanging out with the main man over at Dynamic Forces and Dynamite Entertainment, and just shooting the shit with him and selling comics. That's going to be really, really freaking fun. So lots of fun stuff here at PCP. And thank you so much for checking out the video. Let me know in the comments below anything that you think about what we talked about in the weekly pop culture wrap-up. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and click the notification bell so you don't miss a single video. And check us out over at popculturephilosophers.com for podcasts, blogs, and a whole lot more. I've been Rockin Robbie Billups. Thanks for rocking with us. Station!